All right, so here is a personality test thingamajiggy, and apparently it's so incredible to finally be understood. Let's go. I'm going to take the test. Okay, here we go. All right. So we gotta go and pick these and agree and disagree and all that sort of thing. All right. So you regularly make new friends. Well, I mean, if I was to leave my house, I'm quite good at making friends. I'm gonna say that. You spend a lot of your free time exploring various random topics that pique your interest. Agree! Seeing other people cry can easily make you feel like you want to cry. I think neutral because it depends on the situation. It's not just the crying, I think, so you often make a backup plan for a backup plan. Probably that sounds like me, yes. You usually stay calm even under a lot of pressure. I guess again it depends on the situation. Um but I'm gonna say probably, I guess. At social events, you rarely try to introduce yourself to new people and mostly talk to the ones you already know. Probably this one. Okay? Next. 10%? Okay. You prefer to completely finish one project before starting another. Oh no, I always start a million projects. You're very sentimental. What's that mean? Agree a bit, I guess? You like to use organizing tools like schedules and lists. I like lists a bit. I just say that. Even a small mistake can cause you to doubt your overall abilities and knowledge. No! You feel comfortable just walking up to someone you find interesting and striking up a conversation. No, I do not. How much do I disagree? Just regularly disagree. You are not too interested in discussing various interpretations and analysis of creative works. Oh, that's like what I do, isn't it? You're not too interested. I'd put disagree. That's the right thing, right? I get Myers agrees and disagrees muddled up. Okay, you are more inclined to follow your head than your heart. Neutral on that. It depends on the situation. Some situations require you to use intelligence, and some situations require you to use wisdom, and that's important to approach. I know people that are very intelligent that don't use any wisdom, and they struggle with simple things that a wisdom-based person just breezes through when they would struggle with an intelligent-based thing. So you need to be able to cultivate both, I like to think. You usually prefer just doing what you feel like at any given moment instead of planning a particular daily routine. I'm going to say neutral again because that was literally the same. That's the same thing about that previous question. Again, doing something when you feel like at a given moment is a wisdom-based intuition, whereas planning a particular daily routine is an intellectual-based action. So, yeah. You rarely worry about whether you make a good impression on people you meet. Agree. I never worry. I don't worry about my impression of people. I mean, we've gone far enough already. You enjoy participating in group activities. I actually do. I kind of like to do more group activities. Yeah. You like books and movies that make you come up with your own interpretation of the ending. That's an interesting question. I like books and movies that make me come up. So what they're saying is it's one of those movies where it just sort of ends with nothing, and it's like, oh, I wonder what happened there. I think I'm going to go for a slight disagree, because usually when I get to the end of those, I go, what was the point of me watching or reading all of that just to get nothing at the end of it? I mean, as someone who writes fiction myself, I would be annoyed with myself if I constructed an entire narrative and then at the end said, but it's up to you. I think it depends on how it works. I like, for example, The Prisoner, the 1960s TV show. I like The Prisoner, and that does wish for you to make your own interpretation of the ending. But I think it goes back to me talking about wisdom and intelligence, and I feel that when I watched the end of The Prisoner, I was like, I laughed out loud at the ending of that because of how it constructed itself towards my personal reaction. Whereas if it had tried to do it in a sharply intellectual way, I think perhaps it would have been kind of dumb. So I guess disagree? Your happiness comes more from helping others accomplish things than your own accomplishments. I probably think that is true, yeah. I'm gonna go slightly agree because this will get a bit of both there. Okay. You're interested in so many things that you find it difficult to choose what to try next, probably. You're prone to worrying that things will take a turn for the worse. Not really. You avoid leadership roles in group settings. I tend to take the leadership role. I would never put myself out to be the leader, but if I end up as the leader, then I probably would be happy with it. You're definitely not an artistic type of person. Disagree? Artistic doesn't mean just drawing, you know. You think the world would be a better place if people relied more on rationality and less on their feelings. I guess I'm going to disagree because it depends on your feelings. If you're having, if we're interpreting feelings as rage, we don't want people to rely on that, do we? But also, you can't apply rationality to every single situation. There are many, many situations where and people like to say, oh, there's a rational explanation for all things in a scientific perspective, but there isn't in a emotional human connection. You can't rationalize every emotional human connection you come into contact with, so disagree. You prefer to do your chores before allowing yourself to relax. Yeah, yeah. You enjoy watching people argue. What? I have no opinion on that, to be honest. Disagree. It probably make me feel uncomfortable, to be honest. A bit awkward, isn't it? You tend to avoid drawing attention to yourself. It depends on the situation. I guess I'm going to say neutral. I don't mind having attention, but I won't actively seek it either, so your mood can change very quickly. I'm going to say disagree because I'm normally kind of jolly most of the time. You lose patience with people who are not as efficient as you. I would never lose my patience with them, let's just say. I think I've been in situations in the past where I have been with extraordinarily inefficient people, and that has caused me trouble, although I still haven't lost my patience because that would be also rude. So I guess I'll say slightly agree, but I won't, I'm not committing to anything there. You often end up doing things at the last possible minute. Strongly disagree, I think. You've always been fascinated by the question of what, if anything, happens after death. Not really. I don't really care. Disagree, I suppose. Next question. We're 50% done. You usually prefer to be around others rather than on your own. Disagree, I think. Yeah. You become bored or lose interest when the discussion gets highly theoretical. Disagree. You find it easy to empathize with a person whose experiences are very different from yours. Agree, I think. You usually postpone finalizing decisions for as long as possible. Disagree. You rarely second guess the choices that you've made. You rarely. Agree slightly, I think. After a long and exhausting week, a lively social event is just what you need. No, it's not. Oh my goodness, that's a funny question. No, it isn't. Next question. You enjoy going to art museums, yes. You have often You often have a hard time understanding other people's feelings. Disagree, I guess. You like to have a to-do list for each day, yes? You rarely feel insecure. Yes? You avoid making phone calls. Oh, absolutely. I am terrible on the phone. I can't do phone. That's just, yes, agree. You spend a lot of time trying to understand views that are very different from your own. Probably, yes, agree. Next. This is going well. In your social circle, you are often the one who contacts your friends and initiates. Yes, always, 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 always. If your plans are interrupted, your top priority is to get back on track as soon as possible. Probably. Depends on the situation, but I guess so. You are still bothered by mistakes that you made a long time ago. Disagree. In fact, possibly even strongly disagree. I don't know, maybe I'll worry about what I decide later. I just put this because you rarely contemplate the reasons for human existence or the meaning of life. You rarely contemplate. Neutral? I don't need a reason, I guess. Just neutral. Your emotions control you more than you control them. I guess strongly disagree, I guess. You take great care not to make people look bad even when it's completely their fault. Yeah. Many times I've been in situations like that, yeah. Okay, well, I hope this is interesting, because it's just, Your personal work style is closer to spontaneous bursts of energy than organized and consistent efforts. Disagree, I think. When someone thinks highly of you, you wonder how long it will take them to feel disappointed in you. Oh, poor people, that's sad. Disagree. No. You would love a job that requires you to work alone most of the time. Maybe. Dunno, really. It depends. I'm going to be neutral on that. You believe that pondering abstract philosophical questions is a waste of time. I guess just disagree. You feel more drawn to places with busy, bustling atmosphere than quiet, intimate places. Oh no. You know at first glance how someone is feeling, probably. Probably. You often feel overwhelmed. Well, that's such a vague question. By what exactly? Considering this is about a psychological perspective, I'm going to go with the presumption that they kind of mean from that burden level of perspective, because you could feel overwhelmed by anything. It doesn't have anything to do with you. So I guess disagree? You complete things methodically without skipping over any steps, probably. You're very intrigued by things labelled as controversial. I don't know. I guess I tend to avoid labelling things. So if I would tend to avoid labelling things, if something's labelled as controversial, I'd be interested as why it's labelled as controversial, because I tend to avoid labelling things. But I'm not... let's just be neutral, shall we? You would pass along a good opportunity if you thought someone else needed it more. Probably not, to be honest. Because an opportunity is based on perspective as well. And if my perspective is implying to me that it's a good opportunity to me, it doesn't mean it would be a good opportunity to someone else, even if I thought it would be, I guess. So I'm just going to put that. You struggle with deadlines? No. You feel confident that things will work out for you? Eh? You feel confident that things will work out for you? Agree a bit, I guess. This will determine your avatar, your gender. Male. Boy. I'm a boy. Okay. See results. Boom! Your personality is advocate. Ooh, he's got a big beard. I'm an infantryman. Okay. Let's see. Mind. This trait determines how we interact with the environment. Extroverted, introverted. I'm 65% introverted. Well, that's pretty good. Energy. This trait shows where we direct our mental energy. Intuitive, observant. Okay. I guess. Nature. This trait determines how we make decisions and cope with emotions. Thinking and feeling. Apparently I'm feeling more. This trait reflects our approach to work, planning and decision making. Judging, prospecting. Oh, okay. This trait underpins all others, showing how confident we are in our abilities and decisions. Assertive or turbulent. Well, that's cool. What else have we got? Advocate. Treat people as if they were what they ought to be. That's too many words. Treat people as if they were what they ought to be, and you help them to become what they're capable of being. Yes, thank you, Johann Wolfgang von Okay. Advocates are the rarest personality type of all. What? Wow, this is easy. They have a deep sense of idealism and integrity, but they aren't idle dreamers. They take concrete steps to realize their goals and make a lasting impact. Advocates. Oh, there's a lot, isn't there? There's a lot of things. Strengths and weaknesses, romantic relationships. Alright, we'll see what we can. How much is this? Ooh, look. Advocates you may know. People like this. Why? Look at him. Why? Who, any more? What? Who are these people? Oh, look, hello. It's God. God is an advocate. Oh, look, there's that guy. Jon Snow from Game of Thrones. What? These aren't real people. Aragon. Who are these people? Who are these? What? That guy from the Musketeers? Some this. Oh, it's Atticus. Okay. Nothing lights up advocates like creating a solution that changes people's lives. Yeah, let's do it. At times, advocates may focus so intently on their ideals they don't take care of themselves. Oh. Advocates may feel they aren't allowed to rest until they've achieved their unique vision of success. Yeah. Look at this weird, look at this washing machine. It's all weird. One of the things advocates find most important is establishing genuine, deep connection with the people they care about. That is true. People with this personality type crave an emotional and spiritual connection with their partner. They cherish not just the act of being in a relationship, but also what it means to become one with another person in mind, body and soul. Oh, yo, not cute. Let's look at the conclusion then. In the end, it's your actions, how you respond to the circumstance that reveal your character. That's true. Thanks, Kate, with a C. Few types are as passionate and enigmatic as advocates. As someone with this personality type, you stand out for your imagination, your compassion, your integrity, and your deeply held principles. That sounds true. Yet, advocates, look at that, what's a crocodile getting on there for? There's ogres, they're coming, wizard, there's a little goblin and everything. This is weird. Hi, Ghosty! My beard is funny looking. I don't want that colour beard. Come on now. Let's be sensible about this. Ooh, he's funny. Pick your face. Ooh, hello. Wait, I want the guy with a hat. He's not got a hat on. Come on. What? Alright, where am I on the thing? INFJ, here we go. Idealistic, organised, insightful, dependable, compassionate, gentle, seek harmony and cooperation, enjoy intellectual... Okay, yeah, that's me. So, what's the opposite of me? ESTP. This one, outgoing, realistic, action-orientated, curious, versatile, spontaneous, pragmatic, problem solvers, and skillful negotiators. Alright, well, I hope that was a fun quiz. I hope it wasn't too boring. Everybody's got to go do the quiz so that they can see where they are on the chart and everybody can jump on the chart and... Okay, that's it.